What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What is going on, everybody? What is going on? We are officially here and we are officially live with another live stream. I am your host, Darian of the Spotlight Raiders Sports Talk, and we're here to talk some Raiders talk here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're waiting for some more people to get in here and then we could get this thing started, starting with our official final mock draft. Now that's the first one that I really want to be a part of, just because of because what's going on actually. So yeah, we're live, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? Yeah, so I'm officially live. So let me just share this and get this out there. Let people know that we are live right now. So let me just share this real quick. Just give me a moment while everybody starts to make their way in here. But how's everybody doing on this Wednesday? How's everybody doing on this Wednesday? How's everybody doing on this Wednesday? Getting ready for this mock draft. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing on this beautiful day? Better get this thing started. I'm about to share it in all the Raiders channels, Raiders groups right now. So just mind with me. Let me just share it real quick so we can get this thing started. I'm gonna share it in all the podcasting groups, honestly, in my personal opinion. Just talk about the NFL draft, talking about other stuff as well. How is everyone doing today? Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Thank everyone for tuning in into this Raiders podcast. Not really a podcast, but just a live Q&A that I wanted with the Raider Nation and what I wanted with the sports world as well, knowing that we have a crazy um day tomorrow for the NFL draft, and I wanted to give out my latest mock draft and everything that's actually going on with the mock draft. I want to definitely get questions from the Raider Nation and get questions from everybody that's a part of the Raider Nation. So definitely come on in, pop on in, and have yourself a great time. And we're gonna talk some sports. We're gonna talk some sports, but mainly is going to be about the Raider Nation. That's just like what it is. It's just gonna be morely about the Raider Nation, getting ready for the draft, and we're going to get this thing rolling real soon. I'm just promoting this real quick. Just give me one moment here and make sure I have everybody in here. Okay, cool. So it is already shared. That's awesome. But welcome everybody. My name is Darian. If you don't know who I am Darian of the Spotlight Raiders Talk, and I am officially live. What's going on, Random Polish? Bro, my birthday is today. It's sad that I have been in quarantine. I just turned 14. Well, happy belated birthday to you, man. Happy belated birthday to you. We wait for more people to get in here because once we get more people in here, I am going to start the mock draft, but I am going to do the actual do y'all want me to do it manually or y'all want me to do it automatic? Jay Raider, what's going on? Jay Raider, Lee Jenkins, what's going on? Definitely come on in and hit the like button. Hold on one second. Let me get my phone stand. Give me 1 second. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? CA Basky, what's going on? What's going on, XS Shah? Come on, come on, come on in, come on in. Um, Let me see who's out there from Facebook. Anybody ain't saying nothing on Facebook just yet. But how y'all think I should do this, man? What y'all think I should do? I should do it automatically and let the do the drafts their own, or just go one by one, for the Raiders. Y'all let me know right now, man. Y'all definitely let me know right now. But um, I think I'm gonna do one that's actually automatic. I'm gonna do one that's actually automatic, and do 7 rounds and make it normal. I'm not gonna do it too fast because I do want to hang out with y'all. But happy Wednesday to everybody. What is going on? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. What's up? What's up? What's going on, chat? What's going on, chat? We are here. We are live, and we're gonna talk about a little bit of the mock draft. Auto, my guy, do it automatic. Okay. We're gonna do it automatic. Okay. Do I want the speed to be normal? Do you want the speed to be fast? Because I can give you speed that's oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. All right, so I could definitely give it y'all normal, slow, or speed. I'm a Packers fan and I love your content. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, man. I really do. I really do appreciate that. Is my mic sounding normal? Okay, do it normal. Semi-auto, okay. Semi-auto, okay. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. So we definitely want to start this normal, please. Joking, auto, okay. So let's get this thing started. We're going to start the draft. And we're going to do the first top 10 picks here. As y'all see, that's why I didn't want to really do auto because like of how it's going by so fast. You really can't see all of them. So right now it says at number 12 that we have AJ Terrell, well, Henry Ruggs and AJ Terrell at number 19. So that's what it's saying right now. For some reason on here, I've been having issues with trying to look at the actual picks. But we're definitely gonna let it. We're definitely gonna let it happen. We're gonna let it happen. Then once it happens, and then we'll go through all. We'll try to go through all the picks once it's officially done. But what is going on, everybody? What is going on? Thank y'all for tuning in. Let me share this on my community post as well. Give me 1 second. All right, so right now it says we have Daryl Taylor from Tennessee, and then we have Ashton Davis from California. So that's the 4 out of the 7 picks that we got. And the 91st pick, it says we have Adam Trotman, tight end. I don't understand why they want us to get a tight end there. I really don't get that at all. But we're definitely about to let's keep them going. Let's keep them going. The 121st pick is coming up for the Raiders. It is coming up, and that 121st pick is going to be Logan Steinberg, offensive lineman. So that's what it's looking like, man. Yeah, that's what I said, man. Another tight end. I might have to do this over, man. I might have to do this over, but I'm gonna break it down for y'all, and I'm gonna show y'all why is that. We definitely going to break down each profile as well. We're going to break down each profile. So the 159th pick, what is looking like here. The 159th pick is going to go to Jake Luton, quarterback from Oregon State. While we're picking a quarterback, I might have to do this over, y'all. I might have to do this over. This is crazy. There's no way that we should be getting. It didn't agree with none of my mock drafts at all. It didn't agree with none of my mock drafts at all. It's crazy. It's crazy how it didn't agree with none of it. None of it. That's pretty weird to me. Don't y'all think that's pretty weird? I think that's pretty weird. That just doesn't make any sense. Because I think we don't have any more picks after the 5th round. So this is with no trades, just to let y'all know. This is with no absolute trades. So you don't have to worry about anything of that nature. So we're going to wait for the draft to be done, and then we're going to look through everybody. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're looking through everybody right now. But we got, We got 14 people on Facebook, and we got a few people on YouTube. Definitely come in here and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel on YouTube. Just go to the Raiders, the Spotlight Raiders Talk, and it's the same name that it is on Facebook. So once this officially done, which we are in the seventh round right now. Once this is officially done, we're definitely going to go through all of the mock drafts. This mock draft is fixed. Yeah, I think it is too, man. I think it is too. I think I'm going to go with and make a few changes to this mock draft in my personal opinion. So, all right, finalizing the draft. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go with my picks. All right, so the first pick that we have in our NFL draft, the first one is at number 12. It predicts that we go get Henry Ruggs, wide receiver from Alabama. I'm not really too big on this pick. A lot of people are big on Henry Ruggs. I'm not really too big on Henry Ruggs. I mean, he reminds me a little bit of a Deshaun Jackson in some ways. And I really think Judy or CeeDee Lamb is more of the fit for us. That's just in my personal opinion. He's a junior. He's come from the SEC, came from Alabama. He's 6 foot, 190 pounds. Not really a tall wide receiver. We need someone that can actually get down the field. Henry Ruggs reminds me of a Deshaun Jackson in some instance. So I mean, Henry Ruggs is good. Don't get me wrong. This wide receiver is actually deep, but I really prefer CeeDee Lamb or Judy over these two. That's just my personal opinion. I'll just prefer those two just because of the talent that we have. Just because of the talent that we have, I really prefer to have them. So, getting Henry Ruggs just a little bit about him. We're just going to go through a little bit about him as well, knowing that he is a former 5-star recruit. He had 38 receptions for 639 yards and 9 touchdowns while he was racking up, stats on the ground as well. He's very versatile. He's an early first mid-rounder, so he has positives. He's a small stature, but Riggs is a body strength that can vastly underrated. I mean, we have been in contact with Henry Ruggs this whole offseason, not this whole offseason, but this whole, process of the draft to have it. Iverson Vlogs, what's going on, man? Iverson Vlogs, what's going on, my brother? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Please share this if you can. Please share this if you can. But yeah, just to let you see that when it comes to absorbing contact, his body strength is vast and he's underrated. So this trait definitely shows up in the contested catch situations on oncoming tacklers and a bounce off his body with or while impeding a running back's process as a result. He does have elite bursts and route running. It can be over exaggerations as well. Knowing that Henry Ruggs is an absolute game changer just reminds me of Deshaun Jackson in some instances. These picks are more like the Raiders would do. You always have in your head nothing you want or expected. That is absolutely true. When you're going live tomorrow for the draft on what channel? The rest of the crew will be on the Spotlight Sports Network. I will be on this channel because I'm doing the Raiders draft. So with that being said, you have the rest of the crew like Key in the Building, Mal Gooley, Jake Sports Talk. The rest of the crew will be on Spotlight Sports Network. I will be on here to do that as well. Shout out to Mexico, Raider Nation, all over the world. Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll be looking at the first pick at the number 12 pick. And according to the mock draft, we picked up Henry Ruggs, which I prefer CeeDee Lamb over Henry Ruggs. That's just my personal opinion. I can say that, he has negatives as well. First level Travis, he do show ability to consistently defeat press coverage, but maintaining the win, it shows as a problem often. I can say that Ruggs has certain movements in the lineup with him being clean and inconsistent with carrying out and finishing the rep. Most evident when it comes to stack and slot alignments. That reminds me of Amari Cooper in some instance. Really, I don't like that at all because he took plays off. And I don't want Henry Ruggs to take plays off when you're coming into the NFL. You can't take plays off. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't take plays off because if you try to take plays off, then you're gonna screw yourself. You're really gonna screw yourself to a point that you're gonna hurt yourself. Lamb is going to the Jets unless they get a lineman instead. A lot of Jets projections does have them going and getting a lineman over CeeDee Lamb. So if CeeDee Lamb or Judy is there, I would prefer both of them um, over Henry Ruggs. And the number 19th pick overall in the draft that the Raiders do select is AJ Terrell, cornerback from Clemson. Now, I put out a video today on the YouTube channel about Henry Ruggs. What I put out about him is that how can I say it? How can I say it? Not Henry Ruggs, AJ Terrell. I'm sorry. He's definitely a terrific player. He's a terrific player. His best trait is man coverage. His worst trait is grabby hands. He doesn't have no red flags, and he reminds you of a Drake Kirkpatrick. So he does remind you of a Kirkpatrick. I don't know why I can never say his name, but he does leave Clemson after 3 seasons, in which he came out as a starter and demonstrated excellent growth throughout his career. He did possess a loaded toolbox and excel in man coverage. But Terrell is long and rangy and fluid with a eye of discipline to bait throws and help find a considerable success in soft press coverage, which is extremely sticky in crowding routes when it comes to a quick game. But shout out my daughter's B-Day, Jennifer Rodriguez. Shout out to Jennifer Rodriguez. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Really do appreciate it. Definitely come on in here and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. So let's get straight into the seconds. Knowing, as you notice, we do not have a second round pick, but we do have a third round pick. And that third round pick did go to number 80, and that was Darrell Taylor. Darrell Taylor, edge rusher from Tennessee. Knowing that we did not go out and get Derek Brown, and we didn't go out and get other players as well as far as on the D line, but we do go out in the third round and still address the defense. He is a redshirt senior. He's 6'4", 259 pounds. He comes from the SEC as well. The SEC, he was definitely a fluent, definitely kind of a project type of player, in my personal opinion. Kind of a project type of player. Let me see if I have any questions right now from Facebook or YouTube. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to do this mock draft real quick, and I think I don't have any at this moment. But yeah, that's absolutely fine there. So when it comes to excellent athlete, he's a freaky dicky bend. He does have a short area of quickness and explosive with his first step, and he do tasks of teeing off at the line of scrimmage, can win in a two-way go, and his ability to quick dart and half-man relationships and finish tough corners with a great bend. Now, flashes and ability and lace power dynamic into his rushes, and have some good pop to his hands, where his hands can land them correctly. I do like the natural athleticism. What's going on, sports, football simulation nation? What's going on? What's going on? Come on in and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. So yeah. But I'm not really big on this mock draft. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not really big on this mock draft with Ashton Davis. Half of the people that I got in my mock draft, if you have not go see my videos of my mock drafts, please go see those videos. I really do and really would appreciate it if you did, because at the same time, I really do feel like with certain I just don't like this mock draft at all. I'm not really a big fan of it, knowing that we did get Adam Trautman from Dayton. I don't know why that mock draft would come up either. I just don't understand that. But I might do an auto. That's what I might just do. I might just do an auto. Key in the building. What's going on? Key in the building. What's up with you? You know what? I'm just going to exit the mock draft and might start this thing over, in my personal opinion, because it's crazy. It should know. I think the mock draft was kind of rigged in some instance. So I think I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to see what the best player available on there and then go from there. I'm gonna do it manually. I'm gonna go up to 5 rounds because we don't have no picks in the sixth or the seventh round for what I've seen. All right, so right now, for what I see, let's see who's available. All right, so we have a few players that is available at this pick. Um, I don't know why I can't see it by certain position. CD Lamb did go number 11. So right now, so if CD Lamb went, I'm gonna go with Jared Judy, wide receiver from Alabama. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick it. I'm just gonna pick it. So the number 19th pick. Okay, so only thing about this is that it's gonna be tough to look like scroll down because it won't let me scroll down for some reason. Um, so I'm gonna just go with the team needs right now for what I see. Right now I'm gonna go with AJ Terrell. AJ Terrell, that's gonna be the one there for me. But come on in here, please share this, y'all. Share this on your Twitter, share this on your Facebook, share it everywhere that you want to share it. Because I know the Raiders don't really have a second round pick, so I'm just gonna let this thing go here. If you have any questions that you do want to ask me, please let me know right now. Let me know right now if you have anything to ask me at this moment. Because if you don't have anything to ask me, we're just gonna wait till the third round and then we're gonna go make that pick there. I'm gonna just go with the best available player that I see because for some reason it's not letting me look at the full list. So we are officially in the third round. And we have back to back picks here. Back to back picks here. So we do get a wide at number 80. Number 80, it has a few different players here. Um, I'm gonna go by player rankings. I don't know why I can't scroll up. Like it won't let me. It won't let me scroll up at all. Like it won't let me like scroll up at all. Um, Me personally, number 80. I don't know. This is a tough pick for me. Knowing that we need a linebacker. Um, I don't know who's available. I can't see the whole thing for some reason. It won't let me show the whole thing. So I'm gonna go with I don't want to go tight end. I don't want to go quarterback. Like why I can't see the rest of the players? That's in a way. I can't see the rest. I don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know what to do because it's like it's not letting me do it at all. It's not letting me do it. I hope the Jets don't get Lamb. Why King Savage? What site am I using? It's called draftnetwork.com. Draftnetwork.com. But I think I'm gonna try to find a different mock draft simulator because I can't see all the players and it sucks. Mock draft simulator. Um, Let me see if Pro Football Focus still have one. Okay, so I'm gonna just go up to 5 rounds, and then I'm gonna pick the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. All right, speed, normal, draft your needs, yes. Care for positional value, randomness, yes. Start the mock, no, just start the mock draft. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, so it said you select the number 12, make your pick. Um, what wide receivers are available right now? Um, oh, it's a lot of good ones that's available. knowing that let me see who's off the board. Jared Judy's off the board, CeeDee Lamb's off the board. So the best next one they does say Henry Ruggs. I do like Justin Jefferson too. Um, but I'm gonna go with Henry Ruggs here. I'm gonna go with Henry Ruggs here. All right, so I'm gonna go to corner and see what we have at corner. You have Trayvon Diggs, you have AJ Terrell, you have Jalen Johnson, Jeff Gladney, Bryce Hall. Honestly, I'm gonna go with AJ Terrell because I do like the fact that he could go with Trayvon Mullen, and we know we love those type of players as well coming out of Clemson. So yeah, but if you have any questions for me, if you have any questions, please let me know at this instant. Willie Gay at number 80. Okay, if Willie Gay is still on the board in this draft, if Willie Gay is still on here, I will go at 80. Um, but I'm definitely going with draft needs. Draft needs is wide receiver, corner, um, another linebacker. Oh, Willie Gay is off the board. Willie Gay is off the board, y'all. So we got to go with the next best thing. Um, let's see who we have available at wide receiver. Let's see who else is left out there. For the number 80th pick, or let's see what linebackers is available too. Take the wide receivers off. Let's see what linebackers is actually Mims or Jefferson. I will go with Jefferson over Mims. That's just me. I will go with Jefferson over Mims. Um, I'm not really a big fan of Malik Harrison. I do like Akeem Davis Gaither from Appalachian State, so I would love to draft him there at number 80. That would be definitely a shock. Number 81, who's available at corner. Um, oh, I'm gonna go with Meek. I'm gonna go with Meek. Rob Robertson. Robertson because Rob he's been definitely looking at us for a while. So we have two corners, a linebacker, and a wide receiver right now as back-to-back picks. So the 91 overall pick, this pick right here, I am going to go another wide receiver in this asset. Lynn Bowden was definitely a big one for me. You don't believe Jefferson is more of a slot receiver. I don't think he's Mims. Mims reminds me of a John Ross. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of a John Ross where he has all the speed in the world, but he can't catch the football. So Mims is up there. Don't get me wrong. I love Mims, but I feel like you could get more out of you get more out of Jefferson than you will get of Mims. We could use a running back to compensate Josh Jacobs. It gives a break. I think Cam. Speaking of that, let's look at Cam Akers. He's the best available running back right now on the board. So the Raiders will pick Cam Akers, running back from Florida State, with the 91st overall pick. But we still have to go out and get another wide receiver in this aspect here. So right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have two more selections left. Two more selections left. But if you have any more questions, please ask me in the chat. Please ask me so we could definitely go from there. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all want to ask me anything? Ask me anything right now. So we're at the number 121st pick. Let me see who's available as safety. I'm not really too big on safeties right now. I really want to look more at depth in the actual cornerback position because cornerbacks are really big for us. Um, Saying Basley, I mean he's pretty good. Let me see, or wide receiver. KJ Hill is still on the board. That's crazy. Brian Edwards still on the board. It's a few good players that still left on the board. Colin Johnson. It's a few players. But I think I'm going to go offensive line here. I think I'm going to go offensive line. And I'm going to go with Kevin Dotson, guard from Louisiana. We got two corners, one linebacker, one receiver, one guard. That's what we're looking at this moment. That's exactly what we're looking at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I should have went to 6 rounds. Start mock. I'm gonna start this mock over. Let's see what happens with this mock. Let's see what happens. So Jerry Judy's off the board. All right, so we're gonna go wide receiver. Henry Ruggs is still the top guy. But I think I'm gonna go corner here. I'm thinking I'm gonna start corner at 12. And I'm gonna go with CJ Henderson, cornerback from Florida. That's where I'm gonna start with at number 12. And number 19, all right, y'all. For everybody that's in the chat right now, if you're going to go with Justin Jefferson, wide receiver from LSU, do you want to go with T. Higgins, wide receiver from Clemson? And then you have Denzel Mims, wide receiver from Florida. Do you have Jalen Rager, wide receiver from TCU, and Laviska Shenault Jr., wide receiver from Colorado? You even got Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman's out there for USC. Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson is definitely one. It's a really good lineup. Even Devin Duvernay, he's really good too. But I think I'm gonna go with T Higgins here. I'm gonna go with T Higgins here. No. Cancel trade. I don't know why they just did that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with T Higgins here. T Higgins, wide receiver from Clemson. What's going on, J Dog? What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, my brother. Really do appreciate it. Come on in and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. All right, we don't have no pick in the second round. I didn't do any trade at that time. Did not do any trade. So we still waiting. All right, so we are in the third round, and with the number 80th pick. The number 80th pick. Let's see who's available at the number 80th pick. I'm still going to go with Amik Robertson. I'm just going to Robertson. I'm definitely going to go with him from Louisiana Tech. Number 81 overall. I'm definitely going to go linebacker with Akeem Davis Gaither. Guy is a monster. If y'all definitely didn't go see no information on him, the guy is a problem. Trust and believe. All right, so with the number 91st pick, I'm definitely going to go offensive lineman here. And I'm going to go with Nick Harris. Nick Harris, guard from Washington. Definitely help out with Gabe Jackson and those other Gabe Jackson, Incognito, and those guys as well. And I think I'm going to get another wide receiver. No, I think I need another running back. I think I got to go running back here in the next picks. All right, with the 120 and the 121st pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select A.J. Dillon, running back from Boston College. Because Cam Akers is off the board, so that's what I did. We should have another pick. I don't know why is it doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have to do a 7th round because we should have 7 picks. I don't know why it's saying. All right, so we're gonna go 7 rounds now. We definitely gonna go 7 rounds. If y'all have any questions for me, please just in time. What's Yo? What's going on, man? What's going on? All right, so let's go with wide receiver. Let's see who's available at wide receiver. Corner, I'm going to go with. You could go with Kristen Fulton. You could go with C.J. Henderson. Oh, this is tough, y'all. So out of these top four, go with C.J. Henderson, Kristen Fulton, Trayvon Diggs, A.J. Terrell, or Jalen Johnson. Which one of those 5 should we go with in this draft at number 12? Or we should go with a wide receiver. We could go wide receiver as well, which we have Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, Laviska Shenault, Jalen Rager, and Denzel Mims. You do have a few of those there as well. So, yeah, You could definitely do that. So what you could do is that you could go into um me personally, I'm gonna still go with T Higgins at 12. I'm still gonna go T Higgins at 12 because just the talent that that kid has, he's just great. He's just a really a great player. Um, and I'm gonna go corner here and see that CJ Henderson is off the board. So you do have AJ Terrell, you do have Trayvon Diggs. You do have a few people on here as well. You do have a few people on here. So I do see AJ Terrell. I do see Trayvon Diggs. I do see Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson really wants us to draft him. So, but I really don't know. I really don't know about this at all. I really don't know. Um, I still like AJ Terrell over Trayvon Diggs. So I'm gonna go with AJ Terrell with the number 19th pick. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. This is a mock draft and a live Q&A hangout with y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate everybody tuning in. We are in a second round right now. We don't have a second round pick. So with that being said, we're just waiting for the next pick to happen. All right, so with the number 80th pick, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go linebacker here because the linebacker is one of our needs. And we see Janiah Jackson. Oh no, let me see. So Willie Gay is the top one on the board as we speak. Malik Harrison, Logan Wilson. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Willie Gay Jr. here, linebacker from Mississippi State. I'm gonna go with that one. And the number 81st, so we got Wab, and so um Meek Robinson. I think we're really going to get him. I really have a feeling that we're going to get him as well. I really have a big thing about that. All right, so with the number 91st overall pick, I think we might go wide receiver. And I'm going to go with Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson, wide receiver from Florida. So we got two wide receivers, two corners, and two linebackers. I think we got two more picks. Two more picks here before we get finished this mock draft and talk about these players. I think two wide receivers in the draft is enough because I know at running back is a few that's interesting. And I do want to go with A.J. Dillon with the 121st pick. A.J. Dillon, running back from Boston College, definitely complements Josh Jacobs. Um, okay, so they still picking at this. They still picking at this problem there. So we just wait for the last and final pick. Let me go with the best player available. All right, so the 159th pick and the final pick. I think I'm gonna go D line and see who they have on the D line. I'm not too sure. I'm not really too big on anybody from the D line. It's not really a deep D line class. Might go offensive guard or offensive tackle. Um, I mean Sadiq Charles is pretty good. You got it's not really too many left on the board for a offensive guard, but offensive tackle. I think I'll go with Sadiq Charles. I think he'll be the 159th pick. I don't know what linebackers are available either, so let me just look here. I'll say right. So we're going to definitely go with, I'm gonna definitely go with offensive tackle. I think I'm gonna go with Sadiq Charles from LSU. Definitely help out and get some depth on the offensive line. I definitely love that overall. But there you have it, guys. I don't know if y'all can see it. At number 12, we did get T. Higgins, wide receiver from Clemson. And then at number 19, we got A.J. Terrell, cornerback from Clemson. And with the number 80th pick, we got linebacker Willie Gay Jr., linebacker from Mississippi State. And then number 81, we went out and got Amik Robertson, cornerback from Louisiana Tech. And with the 91 pick, we end up getting another wide receiver, which is Van Jefferson, cornerback from Florida. And then we went offensive again with the 121st pick with A.J. Dillon, running back from Boston College. And then we were able to get an offensive lineman with the number 159th pick, LSU Sadiq Charles from LSU. So this is just one of the mock drafts that we have so far on here, man. But this is a live hangout. This is a live Q&A. If you have any questions, just let us know. Just let us know. So yeah, the draft grades is pretty interesting. So this is what we have here. So let's see if we can actually click on their names. Let's see what we could see if we could get some actual information out of them. I'm not too sure we could get any information out of them. But yeah, it's according to the other draft. No, number one, Cincinnati got Joe Burrow. Washington went and got Jeffrey Okuda, and then Detroit got Chase Young. That is interesting to see. That is interesting to look at. I'm not really too sure about that, but that's very interesting to look at. But it's just a live hangout, just a draft talk to talk sports. What's going on, everybody? So, how y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling today? Who do y'all think should get? Let me see. Who do y'all think should get at number 12 and number 19? And be really really honest, really really honest. Who should the Raiders get at number 12 and number 19? Just because of the spots that we're at, it's been a lot of rumors going around saying that we might trade up, we might trade down. Really don't know what's actually happening here, but I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because I do want to talk to y'all for a little bit. Oh, my hair look a hot mess. I am in quarantine for real. I am in quarantine for real. But yeah, we're definitely here. CD Lamb and trade down from 19. Jonathan Jennings says CB at 12 if only Ruggs is gone. Yeah, I could actually see that. I could actually see that as well. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. That's just pretty interesting to see that that's actually happening. Otherwise trade down. Ruggs at 12, Queen at 19. I'm not really big on Patrick Queen. I'm not really big on him. And just because I say that, because Patrick Queen does not have real cover ability. And that's why I don't want to get him too high. If Patrick Queen falls in the second round and we trade our 19th overall pick and go in the second round, that is absolutely fine with me. And we could get him in the second round, but he's not a first round talent. If he is a first round talent, he's not a first round talent for us. So that's pretty, difficult to put out there. But I wouldn't want Ruggs. I'd rather have Judy. I'd rather have Judy than anything. But would you be happy with Judy at 12? All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hold those thoughts. All right, all right. I am officially back. What's going on, Kenneth Aldrich? What's going on, Kenneth? What's going on, Kenneth? All right, so Oliver Rodriguez, let me get your question up here real quick. I'm not listening to the media at all. I don't listen to the media. All right, so Oliver Rodriguez says, with the 12th wide receiver trade down 19 Rams for Ramsey. Um, nah, I don't want Ramsey. Nah, I don't want Ramsey. I mean, you just never know with the Rams though. They might just end up trading Ramsey. Who the hell knows? Because what Ramsey does He is a shutdown corner. Don't get me wrong, Oliver Rodriguez. I would love to see that, but I don't think it would happen. Don't learn from the media, bruh. I know Uncle Joe. Jonathan Jennings, would you be happy with Judy at 12? Yes, I will be happy with Judy at 12 just because of his versatility. The guy can play. The guy can play. The guy is pretty cool. He knows what he's doing being in that Alabama office. So will I be happy with Judy at 12? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Judy and Lamb is the top two wide receivers on the board. That's just my personal opinion. Let me just change my mic real quick. I mean my camera. All right, so that's a little better. Here we go. That's a little better. I like this a little bit better. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, all right. So with Judy, trade back at 12. I mean, listen to the media. I don't listen to the media because they're wrong. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't. I'm gonna tell you why I don't listen to the media, Uncle Joe, because they want us to get Jordan Love with the number 80th number. They want us to get Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts at the number 80 or 81 pick. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I wouldn't want to get a quarterback in this draft. I wouldn't want to go get Jalen Hurts or go get a Jordan Love this year. I'll say, depending on what we need next year, yes, we go get a quarterback. But right now, absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right, so Kenneth says, what do you think about Gronk for the fourth round trade? I thought it was a steal. The Buccaneers got a steal. That's all I'm gonna really say about that because this is just a Raiders talk. But as far as all NFL news, I thought Gronk was really good. Gronk, they really got him for pennies. They really got him for pennies. The Don said Ruggs over Judy at 12 if CeeDee Lamb isn't available. I don't see what the big picture is with Ruggs. Ruggs remind me of a Deshaun Jackson where he does everything, yes, but I just don't see. I think Judy is better than Ruggs. So me wanting to get Judy over Ruggs because I think Ruggs is a better route runner. I mean, I think Judy is a better route runner than Ruggs, and I think Judy would take the game more seriously than Ruggs will. Jada Doll says 12 trade. Okay, trade the 12th if CD, Ruggs, or Judy are gone, and get to the second rounder picks with a trade on a later first. The first round, the third round too. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. But I still think it's some. Even with those three being gone, I still think it's some great wide receivers left on the board. I still think there's some wide receivers left on the board. So even if we do trade back, we trade back a little bit further down in the first. But I wouldn't trade out the first, knowing that we still have that pick at number 19. Do you want Tua after what you've seen him lately? No, I don't want. I don't want Tua. I don't want Tua just because. Exactly, Connor. Exactly. We're gonna get to that, Connor. We're gonna get to that. He don't have foot problems. He's Jared Judy is cleared. According to Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport, they say Jared Judy is cleared. But I know I don't want Tua at all. Jonathan Jenner says there's so much talent, they're going to fall to the second round. We needed to trade down if we're going to maximize this draft. Yes, I definitely do agree there. I definitely do agree there that we definitely do need to maximize this draft. And I think at number 19 is out. It got to be out of if CJ Henderson, if he's available. If what's his name? Was AJ Terrell or Trayvon Diggs? If any of those guys are available at 19, I would pick one of those guys. Henry Ruggs at 12. Okay, so Kenneth says CeeDee Lamb is the guy you're going to want the most at 12, but Judy is also a great receiver. Yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree 100% due to the fact that CeeDee Lamb might go before us. He might go early in the draft. If Judy's there by the time we get to number 12, there's a no-brainer that we go out and get Judy. I would get Judy over Ruggs. That's just my personal opinion. We need second round picks. That's where the gold is at. Second and third round. Second and third round is where you find your players. Honestly. Yes, AJ Terrell. I do love AJ Terrell, Edmund James. I actually like AJ Terrell over CJ Henderson, in my personal opinion. If CJ Henderson and Ruggs are available at 12, who you taking? I'm taking CJ Henderson. I don't have nothing against Ruggs. I'm gonna let y'all know on the record. I have nothing against Ruggs, but I feel like the corner and wide receiver is needed, and we still had the number 19 pick. We could probably get a wide receiver at 19, but right now, corner is what's needed. Get C.J. Henderson, but if Henderson's not there, I will go get A.J. Terrell. Irison Vlog says, would you want Urza Cleveland if he falls down to other rounds? Who's Urza Cleveland? I never really heard of the guy. Never really heard of the guy. J Dog says, if you want second rounders, though, say goodbye to those three top wide receivers if we trade 12. I think we're not going to trade 12. The only way we trade 12, right? The only way that we trade 12 if we move up. I don't think we're moving back if we trade 12. If we're going to trade the number 12 overall pick, we're moving up. We're not moving down. Only way we're moving down, we're taking that number 19 pick and we're moving down. Only way we trade in the number 12 pick if we're moving up to get a higher draft pick. Riri Nugs. Okay, so first round is a popularity contest. Yes, Uncle Joe, it is a popularity contest. Fulton or Terrell. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's a tough one. Fulton or Terrell. I think Terrell. Oh, that's tough because Fulton can tackle, but Terrell can't. But Terrell has better coverage skills than Fulton. But they're kind of like, oh, that's tough. But if I had to pick, I have to go with Terrell. Just because he played with Trayvon Mullen last year. The year before last, before Trayvon Mullen got drafted to us. And the Raiders love Clemson players. We need Henry Ruggs for the speed. Speed can kill all you want, but if you can't run route, speed don't do nothing for you. That's just how I say it. You got to run good routes and have good speed at the same time. Connor Burke, Higgins is my number 4 wide receiver. He's definitely will be available at 19. Yeah, so I wouldn't even mind getting Higgins. I wouldn't mind getting Higgins. I wouldn't mind getting Higgins at all. Cleveland is a really nice offensive tackle. Oh, he's an offensive tackle? Okay. I really didn't look at a lot of offensive tackles because I know we're going to need guards because Gabe Jackson is still on the trading block, but we haven't heard any news about that at all. So I really don't know what's going to happen with Gabe Jackson. But we did go out and get a few offensive linemen. T. Higgins is a good choice. Terrell can move. All right. I'll stay put at 12 and trade down. Yeah, I'll stay put at 12. What's going on, Oliver Rodriguez? What's going on, my brother? Henry Ruggs has great hands and speed. Understand that you can have great hands and speed, but if you can't run routes and have a separation from defenders, it doesn't really mean any of that. That's why I look at when I look at a complete wide receiver. You got to run routes. You have to have good hands. You have to have good ball skills. And I'm not really big on it. Higgins is like a Michael Crabtree. Yes, he is. And you know what happened when Derek Carr had a wide receiver just like Michael Crabtree? When he had Michael Crabtree, had one of the best years of his career when he had a wide receiver like that. So why not go out and get a guy just like Michael Crabtree? T. Higgins looks unmotivated at times, maybe in the third. I don't know if he looks unmotivated. I say that about Henry Ruggs sometimes. I think everybody takes a down or two off, no matter what position you're playing. But me, per se, I feel like Higgins, if he like I say, he reminds me of Crabtree, like what Oliver said. Reminds him of Crabtree. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But at the same time, I just feel like Higgins is going to be a good spot at 19. So realistically, you would get Terrell at 12 and Higgins at 19. Yeah. Or vice versa. Just because of Mike Mayock and Gruden loving Clemson players. You can't take anything away from Clemson players. You can't take any away from that. But whoever's the best available person at that time, and they're the two best available at those picks, yeah, I will go get them. I never really see Ruggs run any real good NFL routes. I don't know about that. So Reginald Martinez, thank you for coming into the show, man. Thank you for coming in and asking the question. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel as well. Hope everybody subscribe to the channel as well. I got here late. Do you think we'll get CeeDee Lamb at 12? If he's available, yes. If he's available, yes. I would love to get CeeDee Lamb at 12. I would love to get CeeDee Lamb at 12 because that's been a lot of my mock drafts. CeeDee Lamb will be going at 12. I was looking at his highlights. He catches a lot with his hands very good. Yeah, he does. I love T Higgins because he has that 50-50 ball. He has the 50-50 ball. Washington Park says, you mean Justin Jefferson at 12? If Justin Jefferson is there at 12 and we don't have a T Higgins or anything like that, I like Justin Jefferson as well. Don't get me wrong. I like Justin Jefferson as well. Carr loves the back shoulder throws that Higgins catches, very similar to Crabtree for 2.0 and a younger Crabtree as well. Maybe get Derek Carr back to his MVP caliber year. Uncle Joe says, I like Claypool. If we get him in the later rounds, I'm going to lose my ish. I mean, Chase Claypool, I've been looking at him lately, and he's very intriguing wide receiver. He's pretty big. He's pretty tall. If he's there, then I would go get Claypool. We don't need Lamb. Man, bro, I'm getting anxiety already. Mayock is going to nail this draft. But listen, y'all, just want to let y'all know I will be live tomorrow for the draft party, so you do not want to miss that. You do not want to miss that at all. You don't want to miss that at all. We already have a big receiver in Williams, but Williams is not as fast. That's the thing. We're not as fast as Williams. Jefferson is a slot guy, though. Y'all got a slot wide receiver. Yes, we do have a slot receiver in Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow is a slot receiver. But I think he could turn into a number 1 or number 2 receiver. I think Jefferson can turn into that. Yuri Burrow said, would you take Becton? I wouldn't take him in the first round. If he's there in the second, in the third round, I would take Becton there, but I don't think he's going to fall that far. He's going to be one of the top 5, top 6 offensive linemen that's going to be drafted before us. So with that being said, no, I think we shouldn't take Becton at that spot. Williams is on his way out, though, if he doesn't play good. But the guy has 2 bad feet. The guy has a real bad foot injury, and that's why he's just not able to get where he needs to go. I think when he's 100% healthy, Tyrell Williams can't be that number 2 receiver. You see how he succeeded when he had Keenan Allen as a number 1. He just needs a Batman. That's all he really needs. He needs a Batman. Oliver Rodriguez says, what about the wide receiver from TCU who runs a 4.38 and can get him in the third? Oh, Jalen Reagor from TCU. Yes, he's a very interesting wide receiver. A 4.38 though. If he ran that, I would pick him over any receiver that's available. But at the end of the day, speed doesn't kill all the time. Doesn't kill all the time. Lamb is not fast at all. Just because you're not fast, that doesn't mean anything. If you look at a lot of the wide receivers that came out of the draft that's not fast, was still able to succeed. Steve Smith is a prime example. Steve Smith was not that fast, and he was small, but he was one of the top receivers in the game. I think people overrate speed so much, in my personal opinion. CeeDee Lamb or Henderson at 12. I would go with CeeDee Lamb. I would go with CeeDee Lamb because y'all must have forgot the guy was top 5 in yards after the catch, which we don't get yards after the catch with the Raiders. We don't get yards after the catch. Absolutely not. How about giving up the 19th for the second and third round and give second and third rounders for a second rounder? Scott Davis, thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for tuning in. I don't mind giving up the number 19 pick and trading back for a second or a third rounder, I do not mind that at all. But if we able to trade that number 12 pick, I hope that we move it up and not moving down. But I do not mind trading that number 19 pick for a second rounder or a third rounder. It really doesn't matter to me. I really would like that better than trading our number 12 pick. Lamb is overhyped. I don't think he's overhyped. If you look at the stats and you look at his highlights, CeeDee Lamb is not overhyped in my opinion. CeeDee Lamb is not overhyped. Replace him with a Michael Pittman Jr. Michael Pittman is very underrated wide receiver. He's very underrated wide receiver. Fierce Raider, what is going on? Fierce Raider, what's going on? What position do you guys think will be used in the first round and who? I think in the 12th overall pick, we're going to go wide receiver. In the 19th pick, we might trade down, but if we don't trade at all, then I am going to go with C.J. Henderson, A.J. Terrell, or Trayvon Diggs at that spot at number 19. Lib got some good speed. Dude is electric and open field. That's what I'm trying to tell them, Connor Burke. Connor Burke, they don't see the plays after the catch. The yak is so big in the NFL. Yards after the catch and get defenders to have defenders miss, corners and safeties or linebackers miss, and that's what CeeDee Lamb does. He knows how to get yards after the catch and know how to lose defenders. Tyrell Williams is a replacement for Michael Pittman Jr. Nah. Tyrell Williams only been there for 1 year. I still think he got time to develop. Knowing Tyrell Williams is on a 3-year contract. Hold on, y'all. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got to do something real quick. I'm sorry. I apologize about that. Patrick Queen at 19. I'm not a big fan of Patrick Queen at 19. I don't think we don't get a linebacker until later rounds because Patrick Queen is good. He played well in the national championship. Fine. But I just don't think he's a great cover linebacker. Yes, he hits hard. Yes, he can stop the run. But Patrick Queen is not a great cover linebacker. If we need 3 great cover linebackers, then we got Kowalski in free agency, Littleton in free agency, which both of them can actually cover. If we get a third one that could cover, I'm fine with that. I'm not letting Henry Ruggs go to the Chiefs or the Broncos. I don't think he will go to either, honestly. I don't think he will go to either, in my personal opinion. I don't think he will go to either. Honestly, I mean, why the Chiefs would need Henry Ruggs? I mean, I don't understand why would they need him, but you know. It's the Chiefs you're talking about. They're the Super Bowl champions, blah, blah, blah. So what? I don't care. But you ain't catching Ruggs after the catch. You ain't catching CeeDee Lamb after the catch either. I'm telling you, just look up his stats. Look up his stats. It's both of them are good receivers. But I would just prefer Lamb. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I just prefer Lamb. Yes, understand Fierce Raider that you don't want. I don't think Ruggs or he will go to. I think Ruggs will be off the board before the Broncos get him. That's just me. Do you think the Jets 11 or Jags 8, I think, take a receiver? Yes, that's what I'm saying. I think the Jets would take a receiver and the Jags would take a receiver. So if Lamb and Judy is off the board, then I would say go with Ruggs. Ruggs or T. Higgins. But I would prefer T. Higgins over Ruggs because it reminds me of Michael Crabtree. And Ruggs, don't get me wrong, Ruggs is good. But it's just something about him that I just don't trust Alabama receivers. I just don't trust Alabama receivers. Judy, Lamb, Ruggs are not athletic enough. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Washington Park, but a lot of these receivers is not athletic enough. It's not really about how athletic you are or how great you are. If you can run routes and you can be precise in your route running and catch the ball when it's thrown to you, that's all that really matters. It's all about the basics. Queen is a second rounder, IMO. He's not going to make an immediate impact. He's going to have to catch up to the NFL's raw talent. Exactly, Connor Burke. That's why I don't want to get him too high in the draft because Patrick Queen is the type of guy that you could get in the second or the third round and turn him into something a little bit better. He has to catch up with the NFL. Mind you, he can't, he's not a good cover linebacker. That's why I don't want to get him that high. If he falls to us in the second and third, sure, I would get him. Oliver Rodriguez says the Athletics. I like the Lamb's athletic, but Judy creates separation by routes. That's how you win in the NFL. I want to see how Lamb play versus press coverage. And hey, it's up for a challenge. It's up for a challenge. Absolutely, it's up for a challenge. You could catch CD, but he's going to have to push you to the ground. Shaq Quarterman is a good, quiet linebacker. I heard a little bit about him too. I'm not really too much on him, but I mean, I heard he's been sneaking up the draft boards lately. Draft and develop. We can't count on free agents, the older players, which is true. But Corey Littleton and Kowalski are both young. They're both young at that linebacker core. They still young and they was doing good. He's the one that start stats crazy about Ruggs. Ruggs has actually scored 1 out of the 4 catches at Alabama. To me, that's us scary, bro. But I don't know. But like I just feel like he reminds me of a Deshaun Jackson, and we don't need a Deshaun Jackson type of player on our Raiders team. That's just me. I mean, if you're gonna like, we need some like if Tyrell Williams is not there, and he's hurt. If Tyrell Williams there and he's hurt, Henry Ruggs is not the type of guy to take the top off of defenses. That's my problem with Henry Ruggs. That's what I'm scared of if we get a Henry Ruggs because he don't take tops off of defense. He does have great yards after the catch when it comes to short and intermediate routes, but when it comes to a deep route and when it comes to over the top of a safety or beating a one-on-one over the top of a safety, I don't see Ruggs doing that. Like one-on-one coverage, I'm not really big on Ruggs with one-on-one coverage. The guy have good hands. The guys can run routes, but he only can run intermediate routes. That's why I say he reminds me of Deshaun Jackson in some instance, but not much. I don't have nothing against him. If he's there and he's the best wide receiver available, I don't mind if we get him. But I just wouldn't trust if Tyron Williams went down, we'll be able to put that on Henry Ruggs. I think we wouldn't be able to do that. I like Javon Kinlaw. It's also I'm not a big fan of Javon Kinlaw. I like Derek Brown over Javon Kinlaw. Derek Brown is a better defensive lineman than Javon Kinlaw. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. SEC competition is more of an NFL style. I can agree and I can disagree. It is more of an NFL style, but you have to think about it. There's a lot of players that came out of the NFL, that came out of college, that did not play in a pro style offense and succeeded. So if you look at Lamar Jackson came from Louisville. He didn't play in a pro style offense at Louisville. He didn't play in a pro style offense. So I think just because of NFL pro style, I don't think that's the biggest case. I don't think that's the biggest case in my personal opinion. I don't believe in that at all. I think Tua going to the Chargers. Let Tua go to the Chargers. We're gonna rough him up. I mean, we're gonna rough him up because they don't have no offensive line. They have no offensive line at all. Then Ruggs has 25 yards per catch, and a lot of that is after the catch. Yeah, but I don't know what y'all see the hype in. If Henry Ruggs is that good in the way y'all talking about him, why he's not the best wide receiver in the draft right now? Please elaborate on that. That's just me. I just don't think that Ruggs is the top wide receiver in the league. I just don't think so. I mean, he's not the top wide receiver in this draft. What do you think about Bryce Hall? He's very underrated in this draft. Bryce Hall is a very underrated corner in this draft. Absolutely. Definitely underrated. I would love to get him in the later rounds. Why would you only take one wide receiver in the draft, though? You could take a guy like Terrell in the third round, though. But you're not going to be able to find AJ Terrell's not going to be around in the third round. Y'all gotta think about that. Y'all must have forgot that him and Trayvon Mullen played with each other at Clemson. They won championships together. They the best of friends. They know how to get along. Have Trayvon Mullen on the opposite side of AJ Terrell. What? What? I would love that. I would love that. I would not risk waiting to the third round thinking that AJ Terrell's going to be sitting there. Absolutely not. He's been to the championship too many times as a 3-year starter at Clemson. It's a deep wide receiver class. And we already got a lot of wide receivers on our depth chart. We got what, 5 wide receivers on our depth chart already, and we just add one at the number 12. I think corner is the best spot at 19, or we trade back to the second. I think if we do get Terrell, Terrell will fall in the second, but I don't see him falling in the third. I'm not looking at if you're looking value, if you want to look value, then look at Denzel Mims if that's the case. Look at Denzel Mims because Denzel Mims is definitely a valuable player. A valuable player. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not really a big fan of Ruggs. Ruggs can ball, don't get me wrong, but I'm not even looking at stats. I don't even have a stats thing up. I'm just going off my opinion. I just feel like if CeeDee Lamb is there and Ruggs is there, I am picking CeeDee Lamb. He fits the offense better, in my opinion. David Lynch says, nice show, bro. Congrats. Kenneth Murray and AJ Terrell would be great for our defensive line, and Lamb and T. Higgins for the O. I'm with you. I'm with you, David Lynch. I am with you 100%. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much. Hope y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all turn that notification bell on because I'll be doing most of these mostly every day starting after the draft. CeeDee Lamb is the best wide receiver in this class. He's one of the best. Him and Judy is the top 2, so we don't know who's going to go first. We do not know who's going to go first. Washington Park says because Bama is loaded at wide receiver. Bama is loaded at they're loaded at wide receiver every year. There's nothing new. But can you tell me on 5 fingers, can you name 5 good wide receivers in the NFL from Alabama? Name. I would like for you to name them. This is my only problem with Alabama receivers. Alabama receivers don't succeed. Only one that really succeed right now is Julio and Amari. Clemson don't. Well, Clemson. DeAndre Hopkins is from Clemson. I mean, at that time you did have Martavius Bryant. He was good until he couldn't stay off the weed. I mean, you had. I mean, Julio Jones, the only notable wide receiver outside of Amari Cooper. That's why I say we go CeeDee Lamb. That's just me. We need weapons at wide receiver, period. Yes, Mims is a sleeper and he's really good. Denzel Mims is a sleeper. I mean, I got some questions about him because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's why we don't argue on here. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But Denzel Mims is definitely a sleeper. 12 CJ Henderson, 19 Higgins or Mims. What do you think? If I still say 12 go receiver, did 19 go corner. I'm not taking 2 wide receivers in the first round, and then I miss out on Trayvon Diggs, I miss out on CJ Henderson, and I miss out on AJ Terrell, which is one, and Christian Fulton. There are 4 corners that we'll miss out on if we take 2 wide receivers in the first round. I'm saying Mims is invaluable, but your measurement of value is far different. Obviously, the biggest problem with our offense, we have nobody that threatens the defense. And you think Henry Ruggs can threaten a defense? I don't think he will either. I don't think Henry Ruggs would make a defense would threaten a defense. CeeDee Lamb will. Mims is valuable, but his value is different than the guy like Ruggs. I don't know what the hype is about Henry Ruggs. I just don't know what the hype is about him. Like, I think he's a good talent, but I just can't see him fitting in our offense. Ridley Amari Jones. I don't know who that is. Washington Park. Have y'all seen CJ? I have seen CJ Henderson's tape. I have seen his tape. CJ, I've been watching a lot of draft highlights and watching film breakdown. I was supposed to do a few on here, but it's going to be copyright. That's why I can't do it on here. Nobody drafts DBs from the Big 12. They don't. So you're saying that Tyreek Hill doesn't threaten defenses? We're not talking about Tyreek Hill. We're talking about Henry Ruggs. Only reason why Tyreek Hill threatens defense is because he's fast. That's it. He can catch, but like when it comes to precise route running, tell Tyreek Hill to run every route in the routing tree. He wouldn't be that great. You know what makes him great? Patrick Mahomes makes him great. He's not afraid to come. Don't get me wrong. He's not afraid to come across the middle. Don't get me wrong. But Tyreek Hill's an overrated receiver to me. He just has speed. He just has speed. I just think if you look at it, when he didn't have Patrick Mahomes, who was Tyreek Hill? Who was he? I'm not really a big. He only that's the only way he threatened defense. The only way he threatened defense because he has other weapons around him. That's why he gets the one-on-one coverages because you got a Travis Kelsey that can catch the ball, and then you have Patrick Mahomes. You don't know when he's going to scramble and throw, across field to a different receiver, huh? I don't. Everybody thinks speed kills. Julio Jones is not that fast, but he's just big. But man, that's what makes him so. I would make Julio Jones is more of a threat to defenses than Tyreek Hill, my opinion. That's just my opinion. DT Brown or DT Kinlaw at 12, trade down from 19, or try to go back in the late Fiesta and take Jeff Gladney, cornerback at TCU. Grab a wide receiver in the second round and add a draft pick and trade down at 19. That's a different scenario, Jeremy Friedland. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I would like that. I will take Derek Brown over Kinlaw though. I would take Derek Brown over Kinlaw because Kinlaw, I don't think he's going to be that dominant. I think he's getting a lot of hype like Javion Clowney, but I just don't think he's going to be a Javion Clowney type of player. I'll take Higgins over Ruggs any day. Me too. Only reason why I'll take Higgins over Ruggs because if you look at the style of play that Ruggs play, he plays like a Michael Crabtree. And knowing that with Michael Crabtree, when Carr had him, what happened in that 2016 year when he had a player caliber as Michael Crabtree? It was MVP caliber until he got hurt. I would take it. Like you said, we have to get Terrell because of the chemistry. Yes, the chemistry. That's the only reason why I said go get Terrell, just because of the chemistry. Calvin Ridley, Amari Cooper, and Julio Jones. Calvin Ridley has not been good since his second year. Well, Calvin Ridley has been really quiet in the last couple of years. He had a good breakout year, and then after that, it's been really silent. Hopefully, he could bounce back, but there's only three. There's only 3 out of 5 that you can really name that's good in this league. I'm just saying. I think Lamb would be a receiver for Derek Carr because he goes for the 50-50 ball just like Crabtree. This would give Derek Carr some confidence. I agree. But Riggs is far more polished wide receiver than Tyreek Hill was. He has better hands and better route running, though. I don't, bro. What do you really see in Henry Ruggs? Do you think Henry Ruggs is the best fit for the Raiders? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, but CeeDee Lamb is the same way. He's but but I just think he reminds me of Deshaun Jackson, and I feel like he's going to be injury prone. No, with Ruggs, I just feel like with CeeDee Lamb is top 5 in the conference in yards after the catch. His yards after the catch is almost like 15 yards after the catch. That's my only thing. I don't. I mean, y'all saying that he's more polished. Let's see. I just want to see if we draft Ruggs. I really want to be. I want to see everybody in here. I really want to see everybody in here because I just don't see it. I don't see it. He was a Pro Bowler before Mahomes. I'm not really a big fan of Tyreek Hill. I don't care for Tyreek Hill. I don't care for the Chiefs at all. We all know Julio is a monster. We all know that. Tyreek Hill was a running back coming out of college. That's why. He was a running back coming out of college. Ruggs is more like a Ted Ginn. Exactly. He's more like a Ted Ginn Jr. So what's CD Lamb? He ain't no DeAndre Hopkins. He's not no DeAndre Hopkins. I think he's more, let me see, CD Lamb. As far as the yards after the catch, that's not really no comparison. He doesn't really remind me of any receivers in the league. He reminds me of a little bit of a T.Y. Hilton, but taller. Because T.Y. Hilton is good with yards after the catch. That's what I'm saying. Like with CeeDee Lamb. Okay. Julio is not clutch when it counts the most. Can we get a good linebacker in the third round, a coverage linebacker? Yeah. We could go with that guy from Appalachian State. And his last name is Gaither. I know exactly who you're talking about. You could argue that rug speed will cause D-backs to go off and open up routes underneath. It's a toss-up through all these receivers. Yes, J-Dog. I agree. Speed does kills, but if you can't run routes while you have that speed, it's an issue. And that's a prime example of John Ross. John Ross cannot run routes, but he's fast as freak. But DK Metcalf, he can run. Well, he can run better routes than John Ross. But I think he proved them wrong. I'm just not a big fan of Ruggs coming out of the draft. I'm just not. I just don't think he fits it. Willie Gay Jr. in the third. I actually have him in my mock draft. I'm definitely gonna pull my mock draft back up. My mock draft simulator. I do have a mock draft simulator that I have on my website. I am going to share the screen as well. Can't hear? Can y'all hear me? Hey, put a thumbs up in here if y'all can hear me. Mic check. Can you hear me? Let me check it real quick. Let me check it real quick. Give me one moment. Mic check. Give me one moment. All right, so y'all can hear me. Lamb played against the bottom of the barrel defenses. I don't really care for like college football defenses. I think no defense plays great defense in college football. I can't say that. I don't think no college defense is really that good. You could get 50 put up on you on any game in college football. Why do you think most of the college football games are high scoring games? Because there's no defense. Are you talking about my brother in the background? He's playing 2K in the background. That's why. They say they can't hear you much. Monster Boss 750 says, would you trade back with who would I trade back? Who would I trade back with? Whoever has that first pick in the second round. Whoever has that first pick in the second round, I would trade down with. Lamb played against the bottom of the barrel defenses. We picked that before. Metcalf is a bigger version of Anquan Bolden. But Anquan Bolden can run routes too. Anquan Bolden was very underrated too. He got picked before. A lot of those top receivers that we talked about in the first round, he got picked way before. I mean, he got picked way after. You can hear thumbs up. What was the other guy that you were talking to? I can hear you. Rodriguez. Okay, thumbs up. Cool. Well, Judy and Ruggs had Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa as quarterbacks. CeeDee Lamb had Jalen Hurts and Sam and Baker Mayfield. He had 2 Heisman Trophy winners. But Derek Carr's not a bad quarterback either. DT James Lynch from Baylor in the 3rd round. Actually, James Lynch, you put that in your 49ers mock draft. James Lynch has been coming up a lot. His name has been popping up a lot when it comes to the mock draft. In the 3rd round, I wouldn't mind taking an edge rusher. I was going to ask you if he's watching old NBA games. I thought I saw the Lakers logo. My brother plays with the Lakers on NBA 2K. All right, so you actually think college defenses are worthless? Maybe Gandy Golden out of Liberty is our guy then? Hey, listen. It's a lot of underrated players. Even Amik Robinson for Louisiana Tech, great corner. Very physical corner. Jalen Johnson from Utah. Just because they're not really. I mean, Jalen, what conference is Utah in? Yeah, they're in the Pac-12. Pac-12 is really kind of a weak conference, but when you get to the NFL, you just don't know. You just might have those type of players. But Gannon Golden is an underrated player out of Liberty as well. He is. What about Patrick Queen at 19? Jay Laval. Is that you, Mikey Raider? A.K.A. On Air Nation? That's what I think you are. I'm not too sure. But no, I don't want Patrick Queen at 19. Like I said before, he's a great tackler. He's a great run stopper, but he can't cover. That's the problem with Patrick Queen. He can't really cover. That's my problem. George Alvarez says, what are your chances of trading Gabe Jackson before the draft? Well, the draft is tomorrow. I don't think he's going to be traded before the draft. He might be traded during the draft. Not too sure, but I think he will be traded during the draft, knowing that we might go out and get another offensive lineman in the draft if we do trade him to, probably get a 2nd round pick out of him. Oh, my bad, Oliver. Hold up. These comments is coming in a bit fast. Hold up. And AJ Terrell at 12. That's a possibility. What if we pick all 3 wide receivers before the 12th pick? And do we go cornerback and trade back? So you're saying if we pick all 3 wide receivers before the 12th pick, do we get a corner or trade back? If Henry Ruggs, Judy, and CeeDee Lamb are all picked before the number 12 pick, that number 12 pick, we get a corner and then we trade back. That's only if that scenario happens. Glenn Golden is 6'4", 220 pounds / 230 pounds, and was unstoppable wide receiver. See, those wide receivers from the little schools, you just never know what you're going to get out of them. You just never know. He's 6'4". That sounds like a tight end more than a wide receiver. 6'4", 220. That sounds like a tight end. Heisman winners equals NFL losers. Bam. You ain't never lied, Washington Park. You ain't never lied. But Joe Burrow might change the Bengals, but he's not going to change them in this first year. But he might change the Bengals. Who knows? Jay Loyal said Pac-12 produces a lot of Pro Bowlers in the NFL. That is true. Andrew Luck comes from the Pac-12. LOL, no, I'm just a fan. Shout out to Mikey Raider. Shout out to Mikey Raider, a.k.a. On Air Nation. Shout out to him as well. Shout out to him. That was definitely dope to have him come on, He's one of the biggest, Raider YouTubers out there. Shout out to Samoan Raider. Shout out to all the Raider Nation that actually does Raider content like myself. Please subscribe to the channel. If this y'all first time ever being in here, please subscribe to the channel. We are on a road to 3,000 subscribers. We are on the road there, so just definitely come on in and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell and show us love. Show us love. All right, we got more comments. Personally, I like AJ Terrell out of Clemson. Honestly, yes, AJ Terrell. I think he's so underrated, but he's been rising up on the draft board so much, and that guy knows how to ball. I mean, he just had one bad game, and that was the national championship. He had one bad game, but other than that, I think the guy is good. I think he's really good. Have you heard anything about trading our 19 pick for a second round pick? It's been a lot of speculation going around of what the Raiders are going to do. It's been speculation of, are we going to trade all the way up to go get Jeff Okuda? That's been a rumor. It's been a rumor. Have we go trade up to go get the number 7 or the number 8 pick? That's another one. It's been rumors going around saying that we stay at number 12 and we trade our 19th pick to get a second round pick. It's a lot going on with the rumors. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Liberty, don't underestimate the under schools. Don't the smaller schools. Don't underestimate them. Do we draft offensive linemen? I think we do. I think we draft offensive linemen. Just because to get more depth into our offensive line. Richie Incognito is getting up there in age. Gabe Jackson is not playing up to his contract. So I think we should go get at least one offensive lineman in this draft. Keep Jackson and trade Miller. Colton Miller is still. I think we got Colton Miller like a few years ago. But Gabe Jackson has been injury prone in this past year. I mean, he hasn't lived up to his contract since 2017, 2018. I'm not too sure what year that he came in, but Gabe Jackson really hasn't really been playing up to his contract. That's why he's on a trading block, because that contract is too big. He's not going to restructure it. But shout out to Rodney Hudson, one of the best center in football, which is Rodney Hudson, and he restructured his contract to help us out. DB or DT Kinlaw. I like Derek Brown over Kinlaw. Chase Claypool, round 3. Yes. Chase Claypool is an underrated wide receiver for Notre Dame. I'm just kind of skeptical with Notre Dame wide receivers. That's the only thing I'm very skeptical with them. Chase Claypool is like a Megatron. Yeah, definitely like a Megatron. But I just haven't really seen a lot of Notre Dame wide receivers produce in the NFL lately. Would Jacksonville take Pharrell? Would Jackson take Pharrell and Jackson for a third for that? I don't know if I want to go do that. George Alvarez, because the contract that we'll get from Jacksonville. I don't know if our cap space could actually take on that contract. Do I talk to Mitchell Renz? No. I would love to talk to Mitchell Renz. Shout out to the Las Vegas Raiders report. He is part of Chat Sports as well. So shout out to him. Shout out to him. I really do appreciate him, being a part of the Raider Nation. I get most of my info from his information as well. But yeah, I wish I could talk to Mitchell Rims. Trade Waller for OJ Howard? No. Why would I trade Darren Waller for OJ Howard? I don't think OJ Howard's going anywhere. I don't think he's leaving Tampa Bay. I think they might get rid of Cameron Brake, though, but I think they're not going to get rid of OJ Howard. We should trade for Trent Williams. If we trade for Trent Williams, right, I don't know what type of player we're getting, because Trent Williams didn't play all last year. He held out all last year. Tuck Mitchell Rim spreads too much rumors for content. Really interesting. ZM, what's going on, ZM? Hopefully, this is your first time here. Please subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time ever being at our YouTube page, y'all, we would suggest that y'all subscribe and hit the bell button because we definitely need all that love and support. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. And once we get to 3,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway of some Spotlight Raiders Talk t-shirts. They are coming soon. You do not want to miss that. Trey Joyner, way overpaid. I thought LaMarcus Joyner was so great getting him from the Rams. And I don't know what the hell we're doing with him right now. I don't know if it's Gutner's defense. I don't know if it's the scheme, but he is way overpaid. Way overpaid. And I feel like with Wade Phillips' defense, he was the bomb. So hopefully if Gutner don't do nothing and have Marinelli take over the defense, I would take that. I would take that. But I agree with you. Way overpaid. Mitchell Rim doesn't spread rumors. He just addresses them. Trade Gabe Jackson for third. Denzel Good, replace him. He'll play very well. Denzel Good is another one that we have as far as depth as well. So having him at depth as well, yeah, I could definitely see that. I like Brown. I think he's going to be gone within the top 10. That's why I think the Raiders want to trade up. But if they're going to trade up, they want to trade up to go get a wide receiver or a corner. I would love to get Derek Brown, but I don't think he's going to be there either. I absolutely agree with you there, Mark Taylor. What about wide receiver Brian Edwards out of South Carolina? He's projected to go in the third round, and he is a sick, big body wide receiver, and he is fast. He is a great contested catcher with playmaking abilities. Now, I like this pick, Fierce Raider. Brian Edwards is a really good receiver, knowing that he did play on the opposite side of Deebo Samuel last year that went to the 49ers. Now, my brother is a 49ers fan, and he did have Brian Edwards in his mock draft as well. So, I'm not bad at that. I would love to get a Brian Edwards like in the third or the fourth round. Yeah, if he's definitely available, yeah. Waller's a lifter. Give me 1 second, y'all. Trade Gabe Jackson for Trip Williams. Okay, I could do that. That's a fair trade. That's definitely a fair trade. I could definitely do that. What's your thoughts on Devontae Freeman coming in on a cheap one year prove it deal? Roger Gutierrez. Hope that you subscribe to the channel because I'm definitely about to break this down for you. Devontae Freeman is a good running back. Don't get me wrong. But he reminds me of Isaiah Crowell. Injury prone. I mean, if he does come in on a one year proven deal, what is he really going to prove if he stays hurt? That's why I think the Falcons got rid of him, just because of he cannot stay on the field. He can't stay on the field. Now, if we go out and get a younger running back in the draft, like an A.J. Dillon or a Cam Akers, I would take that anytime. Anytime. But Devontae Freeman, that's not too bad of an idea. I'm just nervous about him being injury prone. That's what I'm nervous about. Joyner is a free safety and playing out the position, honestly. I don't think he's playing out the position. I think he gets beat a lot. As far as tackling wise, yes. But I just feel like he doesn't fit our scheme of what Gutner is trying to do. But I really want Gutner to be gone. In my personal opinion, I'd rather Gutner leave and have Ron Millinari be the defensive coordinator there. That's just me. But, hopefully we could turn this defense around. Carlos said if all these tackles getting taken in the first round, like the top 10, Raiders move up to go get a QB, they would not go get a QB. Come on now. Come on now. We're not going to get a QB. Carr is our guy for one more year. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Had to fix that real quick. Had to fix the little things on here, you know. Our ZM says we don't need to hold our guys looking for big money. We have been drafting guys that love football, and we need greedy. We don't need these greedy dudes. Yeah, bro, first time. Yeah. Thank you for being here, ZM. I really hope that you subscribe to the channel because I will be doing these more often. So thanks for everybody that's tuning in. But yeah, I agree with you. We need somebody that's going to be hungry, that's actually going to be committed to excellence. That's the problem. Committed to excellence. What was the offensive play calling predictable last year? I felt like I knew we were going to run along the defensive coordinator. Yes. Yes, I can agree with that. I feel like John Gruden had a plan when we end up getting Antonio Brown, and that didn't work out, and then he went back to a basic playbook. Now I think that now we have the Antonio Brown saga away from us now. We have it where that whatever receiver that we get, he's going to cater to that. He's going to cater to that. I think John Gruden needs to open up the playbook a little bit more. Definitely a little bit more. He definitely has to open up that playbook. To me, Claypool isn't all that. He plays much slower than his 40-yard dash time, but he's a big talent. He's a big talent, and like John Gruden and Mike Mayock said, red zone, we didn't score a lot in the red zone. Claypool is one of those guys that definitely could give us a 50-50 ball in the red zone. I can see that he's playing slower. He can't be on there on first, second down. But if you want to put him in the red zone, like between the 25 and the 20-yard line to the end zone, sure. Why not? Do not pick up T. Higgins, second tier wide receiver, more like Tyrell Williams all over again. I will be pissed. Well, who would you consider? Who would you consider to actually be who would you consider to get at that time? But Jordan went to the Pro Bowl in a free safety, not as a slot corner. Did he go to the Pro Bowl for the Raiders? Because I don't think he did. He went to the Pro Bowl as a Ram. He didn't go to the Pro Bowl as a Raider. That's the difference. We all know that LaMarcus Joyner is a Pro Bowler. We all know this. I just think Gunther's scheme makes him weak. That's just me. I think he just got beat too many times, in my personal opinion. He just got beat too many times. For me, when I did live play-by-play in reaction of games, he just got beat too many times. Him and Daryl Worley. That's why we didn't re-sign Daryl Worley. I was not a big fan of him either. DC is the man, and he got a wide receiver that can catch in the open. Our secondary has been one of the worst in the league. I've been saying this for the last 10 years that our corners sucked. I've been saying this. Our secondary has been terrible. Even though we picked up Carl Joseph, now he's a Cleveland Brown now. He can stay wearing them ugly behind jerseys instead of wearing the most prestigious jerseys in the NFL, which is the Raiders, in my personal opinion. But, that's why hopefully that, if we get an AJ Terrell to play along Trayvon Mullen, it just brings that continuity back with them when they played at Clemson. If we trade 19, do we double up on wide receiver if we draft Lamb or Judy or Ruggs at 12 and did get a cornerback? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't mind that at all. And I'll tell you why. Because we trade 19 to double up at wide receiver. That means we're going to get a wide receiver in the second round. So that means we're going to get a wide receiver in the first, but that number 12 pick, and then we go get a wide receiver in the second round, which should still be some good wide receivers available at that time. So I wouldn't mind that at all. A slot cornerback is far different from a position of playing free safety, though. It is. It is. I used to coach. I know what it is. Free safety is one of the hardest positions in defense. Playing corner or playing safety is one of the hardest parts of playing on a defense. People say linebacker and D-line. D-line is one of the easiest. As long as you know how to put in your technique, as long as you're in your correct technique, You can dominate at any time. Linebackers, you might have some issues because you got to cover and you have to tackle and run stop at the same time. But playing safety and trying to communicate with your corners of what you want to do, yeah, I definitely agree with that. Why haven't we signed Logan? We haven't signed Logan Ryan because he wants $20 million guaranteed. No, not 20. They want like 15 to $17 million guaranteed, and our draft capital does not cover that. We got a lot of free agents in free agency. Logan Ryan, if we do get him, he gotta lower that guaranteed money. I understand that he's still one of the best, but he's getting up there in age. You shouldn't be asking for that high price for that age. He's like 33, 34. So he's up there in age when it comes to cornerbacks. What's going on, RQ3? What's going on, RQ? Leonard Fournette is looking to be traded. Should we add him to the backfield? No. Josh Jacobs is there. That's why I say no. Leonard Fournette not going to want to come into a team and be a backup. Absolutely not. That's why I said we go out and get like an AJ Dillon or a Cam Akers in the draft because they can play that backup role. Leonard Fournette want to go to a team where he can start. The best fit for Leonard Fournette right now is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's the only really team that needs a running back. Logan wants too much money. Yes. I got your Raiders taking CD Lamb. Okay. You guys need weapons. Yeah, we definitely do need weapons. Absolutely. If the D-line gets a good push up the middle, it takes one easier defensive end to get sacks. It also makes it easier for the DVs to cover in wide receivers as well. Exactly. I definitely can agree with you here, Mark Taylor, because it all starts in the trenches, y'all. Even though we get all these weapons, it all starts for the offensive line and defensive line. Now, knowing that we did get a lot of defensive linemen in free agency, getting a Carl Nassib, getting what's the other guys' names that we got? We got a lot of rotation at that D lineman spot. So hopefully they can step up and they can play. You think the Raiders would get rid of Gabe Jackson and put him as a free agent or give him up in the trade? We're going to give him up in the trade because if we release him, it's going to be some issues of releasing him with his contract. I think we should just go out and trade and get value instead of releasing him and not getting nothing value back for him. I'll say we go get Gabe Jackson, trade him, and get something back for him instead of releasing him. Josh Jacobs, the only one. What do you think about Marcus Mariota's contract? Marcus Mariota's contract is, I think it's one of the highest backup quarterbacks paid in the league as backup quarterbacks. I'm not too sure. I think it's pretty okay. It's not breaking the bank, but it solidifies a backup spot. Knowing that Carr never had a real good backup or a veteran backup in 6 years being with us. If you look at the backups that Carr had, I don't even think we remember the backups besides Connor Cook. We really didn't have no real interesting backup quarterbacks for Derek Carr. So I think this contract is pretty interesting. It should push Carr to be better, or he's going to lose his spot. It's one or the other. So yeah. Logan isn't even worth $12 million to me. I think 10 to 12 is not bad, but 17 to 21 is excessive. That's just to me. I don't know. Mark Collins should help. We do need more help, and we're good. They want to trade PJ Hall. Yeah, I've been hearing rumors that they want to trade PJ Hall, but PJ Hall hasn't really proven anything either. So when it comes to PJ Hall, it's the make or break year. That's why I feel for Maurice Hurst or Arden Key. Those guys have to show out. If you want to be a part of this rotation of the defensive line, you have to show out in training camp. You have to show out in OTAs. You have to prove that these younger guys that's coming in after you are not going to take your spot. Logan Ryan's only 29, but he's young. I mean, he's young, but he's old. He's old. So he's been in this league for a while now. So the age starts to come up with you. Nasbit and Crosby will ball out absolutely. What about the running back from LSU, Nick Brossette? He reminds me of a Josh Jacobs. Low center gravity, quick runner, great vision, can break tackles very well. We really didn't see much of Nick Brossette because of Hilaire from LSU was getting all the spotlight. So seeing him, I really don't know too much about him because I just know the other guy Hilaire from LSU. Really don't know too much about him. I mean, I gotta look him up. I'll definitely look him up tonight and probably do an article on him. I'll probably do a video about him as well. But just to let y'all know, please come on in and hit that like button. Come on in and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Let me check the subscriptions. Let's see where we're at here before I take any more questions. All right, so let's get to, we need 10 more subscribers to get to 2.56. We need 10 more subscribers to get to 2.56. Make sure y'all turn on that notification bell because we will be live on Thursday at 7 o'clock for the Raiders NFL draft party. Raider Nation for life, baby. Die hard, just win, baby. 51 years now. Salute to Robert Kilpatrick. Salute to you, my guy. Woo. We need another safety alongside Abrams. Yeah. Yeah, we probably go. Hopefully, Hall and Hurst release him. Yes, absolutely. I feel like PG Hall proved year last year, and he didn't prove hardly nothing. Well, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, PJ Hall and Hurst, they had like one good year with us. But Max Crosby came in and did the damn thing. He proved like, listen, I don't care how old y'all are. I don't care how long y'all been here. I am still going to be the best. And PJ Hall has to have that mindset as well. He has to have that mindset. Because if he doesn't, then it's going to be he's going to be released. If the season is a go, how you're going to go? Are you going to Raiders games? Yes. I went to the Jets game last year where we got spanked. But I did go to the Jets games. Yes, I do go to Raiders games. Absolutely go to Raiders games. But we have a few more minutes here. We have 8 more minutes until I finish this live. 8 more minutes. So if you do have any questions, please put them in the chat right now. We have 8 minutes left until this live is over with. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We really do appreciate all the support. 51 likes in here, y'all. 51 likes. Let's get to 60. I got a brand new AB jersey. I need to trade it or just burn it. First Raiders jersey I have gotten, and I can't even look at it. FAB. Yeah, FAB. That's why I didn't go out and buy his jersey just yet, because I knew what type of antics that he was putting up. Yes, I was hype as hell. When the Raiders got him, because I thought he was going to have a clean slate, be good with us, but he wasn't good with us at all. All he did was kept doing drama after drama after drama, and I didn't have time for that. Was Reggie McKenzie? Was Reggie McKenzie worth draft? Yeah. How long have you been a Raider fan? I've been a Raider fan since 1998. I am 34 years old. As a kid, I've been growing up. As a kid, I haven't really grown up with a really favorite football team. I like football teams, but I didn't have a favorite that I would be die hard for. So when I, played as a kid, most of the teams I played for was the Raiders. That's just what it was. And I just, saw the history of the Raiders, the commitment to the excellence, the John Maddens of the world, the Stickums of the world, the Willie Browns of the world. And I just fell in love with these colors, man. That's what made me become a Raiders fan. I've been a Raiders fan since 1998. DC needs to just not play scared. Stephen Rose, thank you for coming on in here. Stephen Rose, if you did not subscribe to the YouTube channel is called the Spotlight Sports. No, Spotlight Sports. Jesus Christ. The Spotlight Readers Talk. Just come in. The link is in the bio on Facebook. But yeah, I have to agree. He just needs to not to play scared, but I kind of understand why. Knowing when the play breaks down, it's kind of tough to have that mentality back at the end of the day. So yeah, I can actually understand that. We do have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left until I end this draft. And then I'm going over to Samoan Raiders live because he's live right now doing his mock draft. I've been one of the Raiders games where John Gruden ran the team years ago. Okay. What are you doing for the draft? I am going live at 7 o'clock. I am going live at 7 o'clock on here. Here in Facebook, I will be live for the draft for the first round. So whatever rounds that the Raiders have picks in, that'll be going live. But if we don't have no pick in the second round, I will not be doing it. But 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be here to do the NFL draft. I like Hurst. Give him this year, and you'll know if he stays or goes. Yeah, Maurice Hurst, absolutely. Absolutely. Napoleon Kaufman, best back. Connor Burke, you don't need a D tackle, right? I'm doing a mock, and I was thinking Kinlaw, but don't y'all have Hurst and Hankins? Are they good? Hurst is not. Hurst is on his way out. Hurst is on his way out, and I'm not really big in Kinlaw. I like Derek Brown over Kinlaw. Connor Burke, that's just my personal opinion. I like Connor Burke a little bit. I mean, Connor Burke. I like Derek Brown better than Kinlaw. Derek Brown is just more forceful. Hankins is still good, but I would still love to have Derek Brown next to Hankins than I have him over PJ Hall and Hurst. Paul Gutner has to go as well. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm so sick of Paul Gutner. He has to go. And that's one thing about my channel. I'm keeping it raw and uncut. Ron Malinari needs to be the defensive coordinator, damn it. He needs to be the defensive coordinator. Stop playing. What's going on, Cloud Collector? Come on. What's going on, Cloud Collector? Is that Napoleon Kaufman we all know from the Raiders that's chatting? I think so. I think so. I don't know. Could we tank for Lawrence or Fields? No. I don't want to tank. We've been tanking. How long we been tanking for? Come on, Raider Nation. Think about it. How long we been tanking for? We've been taking too long. We had one good year in 2016. I'm tired of taking. I want to have consistent years of winning. I can't lie. We did improve from last year. We went 4-12 the year before. We went 7-9 this year. It's kind of an improvement. Hopefully we could get over that hump. Gruden playbook and wide receiver routes causes Carr to hold on to the ball too long. I don't think so. I mean, his Carr's, no, not Carr, but John Gruden's playbook is trying to get Carr to have the ball throw in short routes than longer routes. It depends on the plays, too. It depends on the scenario. It depends on the down, where we're at on the yard line. It really depends. There's a lot of scenarios that could go into that. No tanking here. Absolutely not. No tanking here, ladies and gentlemen. No tanking here. What if we went years of winning and need stars like Jacobs, and not just okay wide receivers? I still think we need that number one star wide receiver. We have that quarterback, we have our running back, we just need that wide receiver to complement it. If you look at what they did in Pittsburgh, when you had Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown, they called them the Killer Bees. They had their three weapons. If you look at the greatest show on turf with the Rams, when you had Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, what was the other wide receiver? Torrey Holt, right? Torrey Holt. So yeah, like you got to have all weapons at all phases of the game. We haven't had a QB since Gannon. Before that, Plunkett. Well, Carr is our guy right now. Carr was almost like, just imagine if Carr didn't get hurt in 2016, y'all. Just think about it if Carr didn't get hurt in 2016. What's your pre-draft project? What is your pre-draft predicted season record? Um, that's a good question. That is a good question. Um, right now I say 9-7. It really depends on our schedule and what type of schedule that we have. If we have a brutal schedule that we had last year, yes, absolutely, absolutely. I say 9-7, but if our schedule is on a weaker end, I'll say 10-6. With the 80th pick, the mighty Las Vegas Raiders select Michael Pittman Jr. from USC. I'm not mad at that, Michael. Michael, I am not mad at that pick at number 80. I'm not mad at Michael Pittman at all. I just hope we draft Willie Gay Jr. in the third. If available, dude will be a steal. Then Donovan Peoples Jones. Very quiet about Donovan Peoples Jones from Michigan. Definitely a quiet wide receiver that a lot of people have not talked about. Interesting. That's very interesting, Christopher Adams. That's definitely interesting. Really do appreciate that a lot. Because I have been looking at Donovan Peoples Jones for a while, watching him play with hardball and everything. Yeah, great. Great player. Just on a bad Michigan team. Trade 19 for Beckham. I do not want Odell Beckham on our football team. Absolutely not. Great show. Keep it going. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will be going live probably the next 5 days. I'll be going live. So definitely be here for that. Support the channel if y'all can. I don't ask for money on here. If you do want to donate to the channel, you can donate to the channel. But just support the channel by subscribing and turning on them notification bells as well. Washington Park, you forgot Kenny the Snake Stabler. Yup. Watch Ross Raiders videos on John Gruden's offense and defense, and you can see cars, bad plays. But is that offense the offense nobody open? Yeah, nobody don't be open. Get Odell? No, Nick, I don't want Odell. Absolutely not. He's a bad person. He's just not good for a locker room. He's not good for a locker room at all. I do not want Odell. Pittman's not lasting that long. I mean, he might last long if we could get a second round pick and move up in the second round to get him. I'll take him in the second round. But if he's there at the third, get him. I don't think it will last that long either. But if he's there, I'll take him. Watching Watch Raiders' latest video shows Carr questionable decisions. I'll break it down as well. I'm going to break down car stuff as well. I'm definitely going to look at it. Definitely going to look at Watch Raiders video after I get off here. Stabler was before Plunkett. Yeah, he was. That was about right. But, I get what you're saying. Donovan Peoples-Jones is 6'4" with a 44-inch vertical jump radius. That's crazy. That is crazy for me. That's crazy. Stabler was in L.A., though. Yeah, he was in L.A., so that's just a little bit different. A.B. or Odell. I don't want either on the Raiders. I don't want either. I don't want AD to come back. I don't want Odell to come here. I don't want that national television bull crap that put us through all last offseason. I don't want it. I don't want it at all. I don't care for it. Gruden really needs to scrap some of his formations, though. Yes, don't get me wrong. His formation, I understand that he wants to be old-fashioned and run the football consistently. But at the same time, you have to open up your playbook. We're in 2020 where playbooks are being diverse. Playbooks are being different. Offenses are being different. They're being innovative from each team. And we're not innovative. We're just too stuck in 2002 and 2003. And I'm sick of it. John Gruden, you got to put some innovation to your offense. To get these playmakers to get the ball in their hand so that they can make plays. You're going to run Josh Jacobs into the ground. You're going to keep running him 30, 40 times a game? No. I understand the drop, the time of possession. We keep getting first down at the first down. Fine, I'm cool with that. But you gotta put the ball in playmakers' hands, and you gotta make it innovative. That's why the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. That's just what it is. Carr is too scary in the pocket. Can you blame him though? Can you blame Carr for being too scared in the pocket after he broke his back and broke his ankle? I'll be scary too. Because my offensive line ain't blocking. People want to blame Carr for everything that goes on with the Raiders. I'm not blaming Carr. Because you got to look at the offensive line. You got to look at the running backs. You got to look at the wide receivers. You got to look at the tight ends. You got to look at the defensive line. You got to look at the linebackers. You got to look at all three phases of the game. You just can't blame Carr because we went 7-9. What about that defense ranking almost damn near last in the league? You can't think about that, though. You got to think about that. Odell isn't as toxic. Yes, he is. Odell is toxic as hell. I do not want Odell here. Absolutely not. I do not want Odell here. No, no, no. We are not athletic enough. We need more next level athletes. That's what we have this draft for. That's what we have this draft for, to get more next level athletes. That's what we have this draft for, to see what we can do. But Odell is still a crybaby. Absolutely. Absolutely a crybaby. Absolutely a crybaby. But there y'all have it, guys. There y'all have it. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are past the 2-hour mark of this live hangout and this live Q&A. Thank everybody for tuning in. I really hope everybody subscribe to the channel. I really hope everybody like the page on Facebook. Facebook is the same name, the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Thank y'all so much from coming in here. I am going over to Samoan Raiders mock draft. He is live right now. I am going to go over there. Don't forget, tomorrow, 7 o'clock, the Spotlight Raiders Talk will be live for the NFL Draft. You do not want to miss that. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Please like the page on Facebook as well. It is the Spotlight Raiders Talk. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I will see y'all in the next live at 7 o'clock. Have a blessed night, everybody.